Happy New Year! I'm Dale the astrologer, and this is your weekly insight for Sunday, December 29th, 2024 through Saturday, January 4th, 2025. Before I began to study astrology and planetary magic, I emphatically believe the week started on Monday. There's an International Organization for Standardization, the ISO, and the ISO 8601 standard states that Monday is the first day of the week. I love standards and rules. And I was raised Catholic, and in the Catholic Church, the week definitely begins on Sunday, and I've generally greatly resisted anything that reminded me of Catholicism. But in studying astrology and Hermetic magic, I do have to acquiesce that the week begins on Sunday. It's the sun's day, and the sun is the giver of life. The sun is the king. So now that I've settled my internal debate over Sunday versus Monday, how do the last days of this year and the first few days of the new year look? What chart should we read? Reading the chart for midnight, January 1st, 2025, doesn't help us much. Because even if I set it to 00 degree Aries rising, the moon is in a different degree throughout the world. I like to read the new moon chart. If we set it to 00 Aries rising and remove the midheaven and the ascendant, then we are all using the same chart anywhere in the world. All energy flows from the new moon throughout the 29.5 day cycle. I'm a big fan of Dane Rudhyar's work. Our new moon is on Monday, December 30th, 2024. Here in Phoenix, it's at 3:26:32 p.m. Phoenix, AZ, USA. It's at 9 degrees 43 minutes Capricorn, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn will be at 14 degrees 26 minutes Pisces. Let's discuss our ongoing new moon situation for a moment. In between our solar eclipse, our new moon eclipse, October 2nd, 2024 at 10 degrees Libra, and our solar eclipse, March 29th, 2025 at 9 degrees Aries, all of our new moons are at 9 degrees in each sequential sign. This is extremely unusual. If you have personal planets or angles at 9 degrees in any sign, or even in this case, I'm going to go to the outer planets at 9 degrees, or a calculated point like the nodes of the moon or Black Moon Lilith, these lunations will be important for you. They are unfolding a story. October 2nd, 2024, the South Node solar eclipse at 10 degrees Libra is conjunct fixed star Vindemiatrix, the grapes that wither on the vine. It's associated with spousal loss. And that eclipse is part of a Saros series, or a family of eclipses, associated with loss and parting. And the ruler of that eclipse, Venus, is in detriment in Scorpio. It's not a great situation. And then let's overview very quickly. November 1st, 2024, 9 degrees 34 minutes Scorpio, new moon. Ruler of the new moon is Mars, in fall, in Cancer, in partile opposition to Pluto, Scorpio's modern co-ruler. November 30th, 2024, the new moon at 9 degrees 32 minutes Sagittarius. Ruler of the new moon is Jupiter, who's in detriment and retrograde, opposing the new moon from Gemini, sign-based opposition. December 30th, 2024, at 9 degrees 43 minutes Capricorn, ruler of the new moon, Saturn, in Pisces. Saturn doesn't have debility or detriment in Pisces, but it's Saturn, a sign associated with karma, and Pisces, a sign in its lower vibrations associated with self-undoing and murky or fishy circumstances. Even if you don't go deep into astrology, how do words like detriment and fall and oppose Pluto sound to you? Kind of concerning, right? Next up, after this new moon, we'll have a new moon, January 29th, 2025 at 9 degrees 50 minutes Aquarius. Traditional ruler, Saturn, again, in Pisces. And modern ruler of Aquarius, Uranus, not moving, in Taurus, a sign associated with the earth and our personal security. Uranus stations direct the next day. He's concentrating all of his energy on that 23-degree Taurus. February 27th, 2025, 9 degrees, 40 minutes Pisces. New moon, ruled by Jupiter traditionally, who will be direct in Gemini and square the new moon from 12 degrees, 11 minutes Gemini. Or Neptune in modern astrology, who will be at 28 Pisces conjunct the north node of the moon. One note here, February 28th, 2024, we had a very rare triple conjunction of Sun, Mercury, and Saturn at, can you guess which degree? 9 degrees Pisces. Even if nothing you perceived or were aware of then happened, this time period, the end of February, early March 2024, may end up being important for you for whatever this story is that now unfolds. And then it's eclipse season with our South Node lunar eclipse in Virgo up first, and ruler of the eclipse Mercury stationing retrograde in Aries on the degree where the following solar eclipse will be on that 9th degree of Aries. It's a lot. But for this moment, this week that begins a new year, our transit to watch is Mars retrograde opposite Pluto. The Mars-Pluto midpoint in midpoint astrology means superhuman power, force, brutality. Probable manifestations are attainment of success through excessive effort and the tendency to proceed in a brutal manner, the misfortune of having to suffer violent assaults, injury. August 5th, 2023, I posted a video on my TikTok predicting a massive extreme weather event that would cause grave financial loss because the Mars-Pluto midpoint in Scorpio would be opposed by Moon conjunct Uranus in Taurus and T-square Venus on August 8th, 2023. That ended up being the fires in Lahaina, Hawaii. This new moon has some similar elements. For several weeks, Mars over Saturn, destroyed vitality, and the death axis has been conjunct Uranus retrograde, bringing lots of accidents with injuries. A few weeks ago, my own kids experienced this when my son dropped an insulated bottle of ice water on my daughter's foot on concrete and literally severed the bone inside her toe. Uranus is about 1.5 degrees off my ex-husband's ascendant, and it's about 1.5 degrees off my daughter's rising. Mars over Uranus is the operation axis and a sudden application of effort. And Mars-Uranus will square Neptune, which is indicative of motor vehicle and airplane engine defect and accident. Venus over Uranus, the arousing of love, rhythm, eccentricity, will square the new moon. This can bring sudden changes to money and resources. I feel like this one may also be indicative of earthquakes with Venus in Aquarius and Uranus in Taurus. Mercury over Pluto, an animated or persuasive speaker, will square the new moon. So watch for animated or exaggerated speeches coming from the incoming administration in the USA. Also watch for propaganda. Never underestimate Mars in hard aspect to Pluto. Over in Geezerville, I always read for women who are assaulted or narrowly escape assault while this aspect is exact. It will be exact January 3rd, but exercise caution at least a week beyond that. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next week.